From the virtual track of Homestead in Homestead, Miami, this is MaxSpeedTV calling the action from you here tonight for premier private car service truck series, Extreme Motorsports 99.com. Thank you everybody for tuning in here tonight. I am Joshua Medlock, going to call all the action here, flag to flag coverage here tonight for the truck series, and it is going to be awesome here tonight. These guys have been out here practicing, and let me tell you something, folks. It is hot out there tonight. A track temp of 110 degrees, and just like yesterday in the Can-Am cars, they are going to be wheeling and dealing on that steering wheel to keep it on a track. Glad to have you everybody out there. It looks like we've got about 9 viewers. But boy, if y'all missed last week's race to open up the series here, boy, that was a race over on Twitch. YouTube was having problems, so we had to go over on Twitch. If y'all want to go back and watch it, you guys can, because man, it was crazy. It was a good race, but man, it was just like this week, hot and slick. 35 plus trucks last week. Chris Seidenfaden grabbed the first pole last week for the truck series to open it up. The race started off strong, but on the of about lap 10, the first caution came out. The 55 of Cody Fabianic connected with a driver. Connected with the wall and through the tri-oval, coming down into the number 8, also collecting the number 4, which brought out the first caution. There was a total of 9 cautions before coming down to and the end of the race. They had a pretty good long green flag run there. And then with about 2 to go, right before the leader crossed the line to take the 2 to go, a caution came out that set the stage for the green-white checkered. They had 2 of them on a Tuesday night, but boy, what a finish it was. In the end, though, it was the number 67 of William Hartman who took the win. Like I said, folks, you can go over to my Twitch channel and review that race at twitch.tv/Joshua J Medlock 2017. To take a look at that. Right now we are back at it here on YouTube, and we're setting the stage for race number 2. We've got an air temp here at Homestead at 79 degrees, track temp 110, 111. It's going to fluctuate throughout the whole race. Laps 130, 195 miles here tonight, 25 to 35 about the tire window. They are going to play key here, but it is going to be hot out there. A fuel window will be about 30 to 40 laps, somewhere around in there. Pit road speed is actually 50 miles an hour, not 45. So they'll have to get it down to 50 on pit road under green flag conditions. They'll have to use the access road onto the back stretch. You can see it there. We're on the number 2 here of Brandon Freeze, and there's the access road. They have to use that coming on to pit road. We're glad to have you. We got Pro Performance Motorsports out there in a chat. We got about 10 people in chat currently right now. Well, let's take a look at the point standings coming in after one race. Of course, William Hartman going to be up in the top spot with 49 points. Curtis Vollmer in a second, 44 points, 5 back. Dwayne Dunn and Nolan Neiman tied for third, fourth position with 43. Both of those 1 back. GT Hawkins in 5th. 42 points, 1 back. Leah Overton, 6th, 41, 1 back. Jeff Glockner, 7th, 39, 2 back. Dalton Cowden, 8th, 37, 2 back. John R. Borst, he's a 9th, 36 points, 1 back. Jason Eisenhower, 10th, 34. He is actually tied with Cody McFadden at 34 points. Both of these gentlemen are 2 back behind John R. Borst. Now, it's just the top 11 here. Top 12, though, however, will make it to the chase at the end of 10 races in the regular season. We've got about 3.5 minutes left of practice here. So we're going to get right down to it here. A big shout out to the sponsors, to the sponsor for the Truck Series here, Premier Private Car Service. Premier Private Car Service is the leading executive and special occasion transportation service for Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C., and Delaware Company. Company President Robert M. Montgomery has spent many years in the corporate world with multiple years in the limousine and town car industry. Whether your company is looking for executive luxury transportation and private airport transportation, experienced concierge service, or a comfortable ride to a special occasion, Premier Private Car Service will be reliable, safe, and professional. You can reach them at a phone number. It'll be on screen coming on right now, 1-410-929-7978. That is 1-410-929-7978. Thank you, Premier Private Car Service, for jumping on board for the Truck Series here. Thanks goes out to Robert Montgomery for being the sole sponsor for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com Truck Series this season. You can also visit the website at www.premierprivatecar.com. He is also a member of the National Limousine Association, a member of the Baltimore, Maryland Concierge, and they will be global within 60 days. So a big shout out to Premier Private Car Service here tonight. Well, we're going to step away here real quick, play the national anthem. We'll be under qualifying when we come back.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallant
Alrighty, folks, back live here on MaxSpeedTV. Thanks goes out to Madison Rising for that performance there with the national anthem. You can visit them at www.madisonrising.com for more information on Madison Rising. Thank you so much for that performance, Madison Rising. Well, qualifying is officially begun here, and currently right now the defending winner here, William Hartman, is backing up the win in practice time. Right now, he currently does have the pole in that number 67 machine. So we're going to have to watch William Hartman. Andrew Mraz in what looks to be like a very psychedelic 31. We'll have to take a look at that later. That's a very psychedelic machine he's got going on there. But Andrew currently second. Cody Fabianic third. Mason Kane fourth currently. GT Hawkins in fifth. And we've still got a lot of drivers out here qualifying. Nick Holslander currently right now has not put in a time, but he will cross the line. We'll see where that number 11 Toyota goes here momentarily. As he does, it's going to put him currently in the, well, it looks like he just started his time. So we'll have to wait and see where his time goes. Looks like Nolan Neiman currently in 22nd. Michael Gant 24th. Aaliyah Overton in 16th. So a lot of these guys still putting in a time. 16 drivers out there, or 16 drivers. 30, I counted 39 drivers, or 38 drivers, excuse me. 38 drivers, it looks like. 39 drivers out there. A big shout out to the admins here tonight: Nick Hunt, Dodd Kidder, Mike Franklin, and I believe Jeff Glockner. No, let's see here. I think I know Nick Hunt and Mike Franklin are your two admins out here tonight. So a big shout out to them for having to go through and deal with what goes on out here on the track out here tonight. And of course we'll go through everything else as time passes on by. It looks like Nick Holslander still currently fixing to put in the time. Not sure what's going on there. Of course, everybody knows if you're part of iRacing, you know that if you touch the wall, spin it, or do whatever under qualifying lap, it will not count your time. And then you're going to have to do it all over again. So that may be what's going on with Nick right now. But as he crosses the line, the start-finish line there, Nick Holslander is going to go into third place on that lap. So a good run, a quick time by Nick Holslander with a 32.211. But he is about 9/10 of a second off of William Hartman. Like we've still got a lot of drivers that have not taken a time. It looks like Darren Bruce did take a time in the number 27. Alrighty, folks, they're going to be going in their drivers meeting here. So it looks like we have Motor City Racing in chat. Dream Motorsports 99.com. I believe that would be the boss man himself, Rick Donathan. Rick is out there in chat here tonight. 22 viewers out here. Glad to have everybody out there. I know there's a lot of viewers out here as well that are watching their sons, their daughters, their wives, whoever the case may be, race, as they are in a driver's meeting. So let's see here who we can maybe pull down here to maybe have a word with real quick. Dalton Cowden, Joshua in the booth, got a copy real quick, bud?
10-4.
Well, Dalton, man, I'm not going to keep you. I know you guys have just started the driver's meeting, but I do want to, kind of talk to you for just a second. Coming into the second race of the season here, currently 8th in points. Still a long season to go. We got going to be 8 races left, but so right now we've got 9, counting tonight, man. You got anything for tonight? It sounds like it's going to be hot and slick out there.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be extremely hot and extremely slick, at least for the first 100 laps or so. I have a feeling the track might cool down here later in the race. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have something for him here. I'm pretty good, decent at this track. There's super fast qualifying time by William there. But yeah, it's just gonna be survive the first half of the race, first 3/4 of the race, and then let him have it there at the end. Just got to be around.
All right, Dalton. Well, we're not going to keep you, bud. We want to let you get back down there in the drivers' meeting, man. So, good luck out there tonight, man. And hopefully we'll see you back up toward the front in the end, man. You got a solid run last week at Auto Club to open up the season. So hopefully you can have that same momentum going into tonight.
Yeah, that's the plan. I'm just gonna be around for the whole season and try and get some wins out here.
All right, Dalton. Well, good luck out there, bud.
Thank you, man.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, we don't want to keep Dalton. He's, of course, part of it. So we're going to go through here. We're going to take a look at who is currently qualifying. It looks like Michael Brecht did make a qualifying lap there. He is going to be going into that 35th position. Michael Gant, 31st. Looks like Dwayne Dunn is the only driver yet to take a qualifying lap. Now, these guys get bonus point for qualifying. Everybody that is new to Extreme Motorsports and 99.com, they get a bonus point for qualifying. They get a bonus point for leading the most laps, and then they get 2 extra bonus points for having 0 incidents the whole race. So if you get a 0x, it does not count because it is a 0x. So you get 2 extra bonus points there. If you win the race, you get, I believe it's 40. Take a look at my notes here. I believe it's 45 points if I am correct. And like I said, 2 points for 0 incidents, 1 point for leading the most laps, and 1 point for qualifying. So I believe it's a total of 49, something like that. Still getting used to it, folks. Give me just a few. But yeah, well, we do have Rick Donathan in chat there. We got Arfke. Hey, Arfke, how you doing? Well, Rick Donathan is in chat, so if anybody has any questions for Mr. Rick Donathan there, or any of the Extreme Motorsports and 99 admins, feel free to ask, and if I have the time, later on I can ask. But we got Rick, so Rick's going to be able to answer a lot of your questions. They know what to expect here tonight. You do have that correct. You got about 9.5 minutes left. And so right now we're going to go through the team truck points drivers for each team here tonight. These are the drivers for each team that gets points for the truck series, okay? Performance Motorsports is Cody McFadden and Tommy Massey. Performance Motorsports, Mr. Rick Donathan here in the broadcast booth. Rick, how you doing there, bud?
Josh, I'm doing good this evening. How about you?
Well, I'm doing just fine. I was just going over the 2 drivers for each of the teams here tonight for that do get points in the truck series.
Absolutely. I tell you what, tonight we had a slick track last night. The K&N cars went out, and they had a tough night last night. Track conditions right now, based on what I'm seeing, the temperature right now is about 103. I think we started last night at about 110, so I'm hoping the track will cool down. But I think a lot of these drivers kind of know what to expect tonight, the ones that ran in the K&N car last night. So it's going to be very interesting, Joshua.
Well, you've raced the trucks, Rick. You know how it is when that fuel starts to burn out of that truck. There's no weight back there, and a combination of that and older rear tires, it really loosens up that truck.
Oh, absolutely, yes. And I tell you, but we got some good drivers here in this truck series. I tell you, definitely watch out for that number 48 there tonight, Curtis Vollmer. He is definitely a tough contender out there. But I tell you, one of the things I was looking at, William Hartman up there sitting on the pole, and Cody Fabianek, he's set up on there in third position tonight, but got booted down by Nick Hunslander. I'm thinking Cody is going to be a strong contender tonight.
Well,
Joshua?
yeah, he is. You know, Cody is one of those drivers you just got to watch out for. We seen it last week. You know, didn't have the best race that he wanted, but still he was up front contending. And then unfortunately, the cautions, takes out some great drivers, and Cody was, in the mix there in several of those, but he still managed to finish the race. But he's up here. He's running fourth right now. He's got a lot of fast drivers around him. But, yeah, I think Cody's going to be one of the other guys to watch. And you talk about William Hartman, winner last week. He's showing what he can do. He's on the pole right now.
Absolutely. And I tell you what, you definitely can't forget about Andrew Mraz there. Andrew had a good run last night in the K&N car, was running in the top 5 most of the night last night, and got caught up in an accident later in the race, and just wasn't able to do anything from that point on. You can see he's on the outside pole this evening in the truck, so I look to see him out there running in the top 5 this evening as well. So definitely a tough competitor, and I believe one of Downforce's probably Downforce Motorsports superstar teammate right there.
Yes, sir, Ray. Now, Rick, I know you are the owner of Extreme Motorsports 99.com, but without everybody putting in their part, all your admins, this would not be possible. But I'm going to put you on the spot here, Rick. If you had to pick somebody to win tonight, who would you pick?
Oh man, I tell you, it's so tough to pick from. These guys. The competitiveness has went to another level. We're maxed out in every series across the board. 35 plus drivers in each series, from the Cup, the Xfinity, the Truck, and the K&N series. We've got some really good guys. A lot of times I could probably kind of give you a predicament, one or two guys, but I tell you, man, I'm really lost for words on this one, Joshua. I think it's anybody's race tonight.
Anybody's race tonight. It's kind of going to act like a super speedway, even though Homestead is not a super speedway. It's going to act like it. Slick track conditions, the 75%. Y'all run 75% fuel load in the trucks. The fuel's going to wind down. The tires are going to fall off. Man, I'm kind of like you, Rick. I have a hard time picking, but I'm going to actually go back into the field, and I'm going to pick the number 61 of Leah Overton to upset this field here tonight and pull out the victory here.
Well, I tell you what, that's he's definitely a good driver. I really don't go by a lot of the qualifying times, because sometimes these drivers are extremely well out here qualifying, but when it comes race time, the ball game can change. I'll go out on a limb here. I'm going to say the 48 of Curtis Vollmer. I think he's going to get a win tonight.
All right. Curtis Vollmer it is for Mr. Rick Donovan there. The man, Rick, it's going to be a fun race. These guys are going to have to be very careful, though, once those tires start to wear down. It's not going to take much. 3 to 5 laps, and them tires are gone.
Oh yeah, they're definitely going to have to keep an eye on their tire wear there. I think the biggest key here today, Joshua, is just being patient out on the track. Patience is going to be the number one thing to keep in mind tonight in tonight's race. A lot of cars on the track. We're not at Auto Club coming from last week. We don't have as much space out on the track. So got a lot of cars, less space to travel, hot track, slick car. So it's definitely going to be interesting.
Yeah, it sure is. It's going to be very, very interesting. Of course, we've got a lot of guys down there in chat, talking it up, saying it's going to be the first 3 who survive, which in a sense, that does make sense, you know. But there's a lot of guys out here that know how to drive the truck. They're very aware of their surroundings. Then you got the newcomers that are stepping up into the truck series. They may be new, so they're trying to get a feel for it. And, you know, that's just the way you guys run it here. You step up a little at a time until you make that push into that Cup Series on Thursday nights, and you only recruit inside of Extreme for the Cup Series.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Our admins got a fantastic group of admins. They stay on top of their series, the drivers in that series. They keep eye on the stats. They keep eye week to week on their performance out there. Not only their performance and how they drive, but how they are toward the drivers, being respectful, not only toward the drivers, but to the admins themselves. There's a lot of factors that go into play there. And now that we've implemented team owners, the team owners are kind of helping keep a wrap on things as well and keeping their drivers in check. So it's really worked out well. You know, like you said earlier, I couldn't do this on my own. We've got fantastic admins up here that's handling this. We've got some great drivers out there. And I tell you, I want to give a big shout out there to our fans out there watching and tuning in tonight here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com, broadcasting by MaxSpeedTV. Joshua Medlock up in the booth here. I know it's going to be an exciting show. Definitely want to thank our sponsors out there with starting out with the K&N series with Doug Designs, Premier Private Car Services here with the Truck Series tonight. Tomorrow night we got Sim Speed Shop that's involved, and of course Thursday night we'll have Rick Motek's Cup Series with Rick Motek. That's a sponsor there. Definitely want to thank those sponsors, their support out there. Want to thank the fans out there for their support too, Joshua.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, without the fan base from both sides, from all around the world, you know, nobody would be able to do this. You know, we all got to work together, and then the fans show up week in and week out. They're dedicated. You know, we've got those that show up every week, and you know, one of them, and I'm going to pick on him kind of right now, Arfke and Chad. He's from Belgium. He's one of MaxSpeedTV's moderators, and he's so dedicated. He's up to 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, you know, helping us out. You know, when you got fans that dedicated, that just shows what you can do on both sides, broadcasting or what you guys do here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com, setting everything up and making it as fun and as exciting as you possibly can.
Yeah, I tell you, a lot of hard work goes into it, but I tell you, when you sit back and you look at the fans out there and they interact and you know, they're out there pulling for their favorite driver, it makes it all worthwhile. It really does. And you know, and the drivers out there that's racing, it all comes together, man, and it's just a fantastic thing, Joshua.
Yes, it is. Righty, folks, qualifying is officially over. They are done with the drivers' meeting. We're going to get them down here on the grid here real quick. Starting on the pole here tonight in the MaxSpeedTV starting grid, William Hartman doing what he can do, back-to-back races here. He is up front with the pole. Congratulations to William for getting the pole with a 32.083. Andrew Mraz is right there with him, a 32.182. Congratulations. He's going to start on the outside of him in that second spot. Nick Horslander in third, Cody Fabianic in fourth, Mason Kane fifth, GT Hawkins in sixth, Cody McFadden 7th, Nick Hamlin 8th, Dalton Cowden, we talked to him earlier, he's going to be starting in 9th here. Curtis Vollmer, that is actually going to be Rick's pick. He is going to start into that 10th spot. Chris Seidenfaden in 11th, Michael Thwaites in 12th, Jeremy Clifton 13th, Jeff Martin 14th, Brandon Fries 15th, James Thorndyke 16th, Orlando Rivera 17th, Zachary White 18th, Jade Bell 19th, Leah Overton, my pick, will be starting into that 20th position. Alan Hilton 21st, Taylor Butcher Benjamin 22nd, Robert Montgomery 23rd, the sponsor here tonight. He'll be in 23rd, Jason Eisenhower 24th, Jeff Glockner 25th, John R. Borsch 26th, Nolan Neiman 27th, Hank Caston 28th, Darren Bruce 29th, and Andrew Jump is going to start in 30th. Michael Gant 31st, Tommy Amassi 32nd, Douglas Carlson 33rd, Blair Patterson 34th, Michael Breck 35th, Ryan Swan 36th, Mark Hamlin 37th, Jacob Bell 38th, and Dwayne Dunn will round out the field here tonight into that 39th position. Nick Hunt, Mike Franklin are your admins, and Jeremy Rigney, it looks like, is going to be what's got him in here in the 42nd position. Whew, that was a mouthful. Alrighty, we're rolling out here as we look at William Hartman, the number 67, the psychedelic 31 of Andrew Mraz outside of him. As they make their way around the back stretch here, we want to give a shout out again to the fans, the Premier Private Car Service, the sponsor, and of course the Extreme Motorsports of 99.com for allowing MaxSpeedTV to be a part of it too. Alrighty folks, going into turn number 3 here, we're going to get them going here. Excuse me. As we make their way down the back stretch here, get a big old view of the field here. They're going to tighten them up here real quick, get them bumper to bumper, about a half a truck length there. Pace car is off and away of the safety of pit road, and the green flag is out. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're racing at Homestead. All right. As they come screaming down into turn number 2. Get a bigger view of them here again, folks. We're 3 wide back here already. Get a closer look here. We were 3 wide. 33 of GT Hawkins. The 11 now of Nick Holslander. He is trying to fight on the inside of the 55 of Cody Fabianic there. William Hartman is going to lead the first lap here tonight, backing up his win from last week. Still got battles going on here. It's the number 16. I believe that is the number 16. I cannot see who that is. 76, excuse me. Mason Kane to the outside of the 33 of GT Hawkins. Curtis Vollmer back here running pretty safe right now. It looks like he's got the 64 of Cody McFadden currently right up ahead of him in 9th, as they are still bunched up right here. Now the 33 is going to dive to the inside of the 55. That is going to push Cody Fabianic. But he's going to lose some positions there. He is really up against that wall. Coming on to the back stretch out of turn number 2. Now they're going to make their way into turn 3. They're going to be pretty much bumper to bumper, single file going into turn number 3. Michael Thwaites up a spot already from 12th. He is now currently 11th. Chris Seidenfaden back a spot. So these two just swapping positions. Lando Rivera, the number 37 ahead of him, but Jeff Martin, Jeremy Clifton all right here together. Number 2, Brandon Freeze. Now they're all getting a little bit spread out here. Getting some room in between them. Got a battle right here behind Jade Bell, John R. Borst, and the number 71 and the 36 of Jason Eisenhower. Got a battle going on back here too, and it's not gonna take long for these guys to start feeling the tire wear. Andrew Mraz still holding the second spot. He's about a second back from William Hartman, who is in first. There are no stages for the Extreme Motorsports at 99.com, but it's just a straight race of 130 laps. We have still got a battle going up here. Look at the 48 of Chris Vollmer. He is already moving up here 6 laps in the number 48, 1 position at a time. He started 10th, and he is battling. Now we got a caution. Oh, and it looks like Jeff Glockner might have been involved in that. All righty, folks, let's go back here and take a look. See what happened to the number 24 of Jeff Glockner. It looks like he's battling it here with the number 36, Jason Eisenhower. They make their way on the back stretch and down into turn 3. What happened to Jeff Glockner? Did it just snap loose? And it did. Number 24 just snapped loose right here, and he tried to save it. Number 36 goes high, dodges it, as well as the 27. And Jeff spins it, and right here, oh, the 66 Skull Machine. The 66 of Michael Gant, having nowhere to go, gets a piece of the 24. 24 getting some air. That sent the 66 hop hard into that outside wall. Jeff Glockner looks like he is going to get most of the damage. That'll be the first caution out here tonight early in the race as we go back alive here. Back up front. They are all going to come down pit road. As they all come down pit road here, we're going to take a look and see who is the first one off. Well, it looks like Dwayne Dunn and Nolan Neiman did not pit. So that is going to put, I believe, James Thorndike, the first driver off of pit road. And it looks like James and Taylor didn't pit either. So out of the drivers who made their pit stops, who actually went into their pit stalls, William Hartman is going to be the first one off. Now it looks like these other drivers are going to come down pit road, except for the 39 of Dwayne Dunn. He has elected, it looks like, to stay out. Under caution here for the first time here tonight. So Dwayne Dunn is going to pick up a lap lead here tonight. All right, let's see. If I can't have a Leah Overton, Joshua Booth, got a copy.
Yes, sir. How's it going, gentlemen?
It's going just fine, man. Well, Overton, man, it's still early, but the first caution has came out here tonight, man. How's the track feeling out there 9 laps into the race?
Feeling pretty good. Surprisingly, it's the track temp right now is 100 flat, so it's a little bit cooler than it was in practice and qualifying. So cars are a little bit more snug, not as free off anymore, which is nice. So it should be pretty competitive here as the sun begins to set, hopefully.
All right, Leah. Well, man, it's still early. You know, you're still in 20th. That's where you qualified. It looks like y'all's going to get the one to go here, bud. So I'm going to let you go back and get ready for the start of this race, bud. Good luck.
10-4, just so you know, it's Lee, the same way L-E is pronounced.
Oh, Lee. Okay. I appreciate it. Lee Overton. Gotcha.
Thank you.
Bud. Alrighty, we'll back up live here. Looks like somebody got into the wall there. I am not sure who that was. A little bit of scraping going on. Well, back up front, though, William Hartman, Dwayne Dunn. Dwayne Dunn is going to get them going here. .39 on the inside, William Hartman on the outside. Pace car is off and away. Dwayne Dunn holding them back. He is on the loud pedal. Green, green, green. We are back underway here for the Extreme Motorsports 99.com Premier Private Car Service Truck Series on MaxSpeedTV. Good jump there by Dwayne. Andrew Moraz not wasting any time. He is going to take it to the inside. William Hartman to try to take over second. He is bringing a bunch of drivers with him. Number 33 of GT Hawkins trying to fire his way up front as the 31 is going to try to get a twofer. Almost pushed up into the 39 to 67. Going to give the 39 a push, and the 39 is going to lead that lap with the help of a push from the 67. As the 67 now is going to take it low. 39 is going to fall back currently to that fourth position. Now we've still got a battle for the lead up here between the psychedelic 31 of Andrew Moraz and the 67 of William Hartman. And the 33 of GT Hawkins looked like he was going to take it down low. Decided not to, as the 48 of Curtis Vollmer has found himself up here in the fourth position. Curtis Vollmer, that would be Rick Donovan's pick, and we're under caution again. Oh no, what happened? Robert Montgomery. All right, let's go back here and take a look. See what happened to Robert. All righty, MaxSpeedTV replay here. The number 49, Robert Montgomery. Looks like he was trying to make moves there onto the inside, taking it almost 3 wide with the 21 to his outside. Robert goes down low. It looks like he is going to push back up just a little bit and just loses it coming out of turn number 4 here onto the front stretch. Losing it coming out of the corner, sliding it, and good job by all drivers to save it. He will spin it on the front stretch here, and the caution will fly. Good job by not hitting anything as well. But I'm sure them tires are going to be worn out too. Everybody dodging it, and we've got a little tricking going on here. So, looks like William Hartman, Andrew Moraz not going to pit. GT Hawkins, looks like Curtis Vollmer is going to come down pit road in the number 48. He is looking to take those fresher tires any which way he can, as well as the 39. Also coming down pit road. Chris Seidenfaden as well. We got a lot of drivers that are coming down pit road. All right, let's see here who else we can pick on here tonight, shall we? All right, Curtis Vollmer, got a copy?
Yeah, you guys trying to get a hold of me, sorry.
Yeah, Curtis Vollmer, the number 48, man. Hey, man, real quick. Rick Donovan's got you picked here tonight to come out with a win. It's still early on in the race. You're currently running in about 18th position, man. You started 10th, but how's it feeling down there?
I'll tell you what, it's really slick tonight. These setups are real crazy. It's hot tonight. The track's hot. The setups aren't really where we want them to be. It's early on in the race, but we'll start critiquing it. Each pit stop here, the Northern Capital 48 Samson Motorsports is looking strong out there. So you know, we kind of got in a pickle here pitting, and a lot of people stayed out. We didn't think that was going to last. You know, we were hoping more were going to come down, but they didn't. So we're kind of stuck back here, but I think we got real good long run speed, so we should be good. It's going to be hot and slick tonight.
All right, Curtis. Well, it's still early on in the race. We are by no means anywhere far from finishing this out, bud. But good luck down there in that number 48 machine, man. Looking good.
Yeah. Special shout out to Russ Anderson out there watching tonight. You know, thanks for the sponsorship this season, and you guys doing a great job at the booth. Keep up the good work.
I do appreciate it, Curtis. Good luck. Good luck down there, man.
Thank you.
Well, all right, that was Curtis Vollmer for Samson Motorsports. Come in the booth and I can pick on you all night long, huh? I say that because I you know, it's just what I do. I'll put a little comedy into it. Well, all right, the number 67 of William Hartman, number 31 of Andrew Mraz are your 1-2. GT Hawkins, Dick Holslander 3-4, Cody